The crypto and stock markets are in the red, and it all has to do with what Jerome Powell said. But you know what? It's bad news. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell the bad news in a good way. We're going to get naughty. We're going to say some bad words. Have a little bit of dark humor and, well, try to soften the blow from Jerome saying, girlfriend, don't look for rate cuts this year. Jeremy Touche starts us off with some support. Thank you very much, Jeremy. And as always, viewer comments come first. Word for the wise, start unsubscribing from the YouTube channels that are not being honest with you. They're not helping you, and they're surely not going to start being honest, so drop them. This all has to do with this video I did earlier about a whole bunch of influencers and shillers out there telling you in language and naughty warning. Yep, there you go, YouTube moderator. I'm telling everyone right now, the language and all that, it's going to start flying. And these fucking scumbags propose videos about, oh, their settlement, this and that. When Ripple's own chief legal officer said, yeah, I need to clear the air, there's really no talks of settlement. In fact, we haven't even responded with our reply yet. Jeremy, it is disgusting, and thank you for supporting the channel. Bitcoin sitting at 61,513. Yeah, touched 60,000 on remarks from Jerome Powell and the Fed. I don't know if I feel like touching it today. That's the like button, or I don't know. I'm by myself now. My wife is out visiting the new grandbaby. Yes, got a new grandbaby. Yes, Opa Klaus times 2. E sitting at 3,029. Sol's not close to touching 200 anymore. The XRP train is not even, I don't even know if they've built the train yet. I'm going to start running to the moon, and I'll probably get there first before the XRP train does. ICP still up a good amount from their move in October. Rest of the market, though, we're talking pretty much a lot of red, right? We touched some lows here. Things got a little shaky for a while. And it all has to do with this gentleman right here. Now, hold up. Let me zoom in so you could see the face of market pain. Well, let's get bigger. Yes, nightmares. Ah, it's too big. No mas. Too boku. Make him smaller. Make him go away. Klaus. Okay, I got it. Okay, we're back. But Jerome Powell got on the mic today and said, you know what? I'm here to screw everyone. I'm not going to buy you a dinner. I'm not going to wine you and dine you before I 69 you. And my man ain't even kind enough to give you the old reach-a-roo. Bitcoin dips below 60,000 in the wake of Powell's comments, even as the halving comes close. When is the halving? 2 days, 5 hours, and 19 minutes. Yes, jawohl, mein Freund. Bitcoin's price fall began after comments from the Fed chair that interest rates likely won't go down in the foreseeable future. Gentlemen, when you're hearing about things not going down for the foreseeable future, doesn't that kind of make you not optimistic, right? I mean, let's be real here. If all of a sudden someone you love is like, yo, rates aren't going down for a while, and you're like, all I heard was not going down for a while, you're probably going to be mad. Well, that's what the market's doing right now. The market's like, dude, look, we bought you a steak dinner. We took you out to a movie. We had some drinks afterwards, and yet you still won't even keep rates lower, right? I mean, we're talking rates right now. Powell said this, right now, given the strength of the labor market and progress on inflation so far, it's appropriate to allow restrictive policy further time to work and let the data involving outlook guide us. And what Jerome Powell is saying is, look, it's been bad lately. Inflation is going back up. And as we've got to now probably pay for another Middle East conflict, let's just throw some more money at some more countries that want to fight each other. Oh, let's give money to the Ukraine. That's why your prices are going to go up. You got to support the Ukraine by paying more. Fuck off. No. So you got inflation going up because money printer go burr because the defense industry needs to blow some stuff up. Then they need to rebuild it. So the contracting industry needs to get involved. So we need to print more money now to rebuild the stuff that we've just blown up. So the taxpayer's on the hook for that. Now we got more Middle East conflict where we got to spend more money on stuff to blow up. And then we're going to rebuild some more, and we're going to have to tax people more. And in the meantime, you're telling us you're not going down on us with rates. So money printer is going to go burr, and the market went red. Not just because of what Jerome Powell said, but what's going to happen in monetary conditions. Now, the halving is coming up and the market is facing some softness. How much softness? Well, like no blue pill softness. Bitcoin, 17% from all-time highs. ETH, 39%. You want to rub some salt in the wound and show some more people that aren't getting go-down action on rates? That's XRP, 87% away from all-time high. I told you, I'm going to run to the moon first before the train even gets there, because they haven't even built the train. But look at this far right column. Last 7 days, the only things in the green are stable coins. Everything else, look at this. Red. Look at that. That is nasty, girlfriend. I mean, that is nasty. And we've seen the market cap, a lot of our favorites here, get wiped. And in fact, some of our favorites that we cover on this channel, Stellar just got passed by Render. Stellar's now 35th in the market cap. But anyways, my point behind this is that right now we have the halving approaching. And here's a really interesting stat for you. The global crypto market volume over the last 24 hours is 118 billion. The total volume in DeFi is currently 8.9 billion. 7.5% of the 24-hour volume. So DeFi is pretty small. The volume of all stable coins is now 110 billion, which is 93% of the total market 24-hour volume. So when you look at the heat map, where is the juice? The juice is in stable coins. There's no risk, right? I mean, there's no risk. There's less risk. There's quite a bit of less risk. And people are earning their yield on that, lending and so forth. So now Jerome coming on the mic, Jerome pissing in our cheer. Stop it, Klaus. Okay. Jerome pissing in our Cheerios, and he's like, guys, gonna let the data say what's going on. Meanwhile, the market is like, yo, can you please make it nicer for us? It is so expensive right now, and we are burning through cash, and we know people are burning through cash. Jerome's like, no. You want to use your safe word? No. Sorry, safe words don't apply here. See, you signed a waiver that said safe words are only applicable when both parties agree, and the other party is not agreeing on the safe word. So here you are going asparagus, and my man is cross-facing you, and you're like, bro, this feels like rough. And this guy here is like, yeah, baby, I'm going to stick it to you. So we got that going for ourselves, as the Bitcoin halving is like 2 days and a few hours away. So, and the problem with the halving is remember, the halving basically means what? Lots of money is going to flow away from Bitcoin. Bitcoin halving will snatch 10 billion in the rewards from miners, right? So the income that miners get is going to be cut in half for the same amount of work. How would you like to get paid 50% less for working your same 40 to 50 hours a week that almost all of us do? That would suck, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it suck to work the same amount and get paid all of a sudden half less one day? Well, that's going to happen. So now that loss, when you calculate it from the 900 reward to the 450 BTC reward, that comes at a loss of about 10 billion in 1 year. It impacts miners. Why? Because they're the ones generating the blocks. So now the miners, guess what, are like, oh crap. So a lot of small miners are going to close. They're going to be selling their holdings off right away. So you got that, along with Jerome Powell saying, yo, girlfriend, I'm going to be rough with you. That's not cool. And it's not cool. It's not cool at all. Because at the beginning of this year, there were 3, and on the optimistic side, 4 cuts priced into the action. Yeah, we've been following it here on this channel. If you're new, welcome. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. It's all about touching that thing down there. Yeah, the subscribe button and the little like thingy, right? It looks like a hand, okay? So use your hand to touch the hand. Now, I'm bothered by this because a lot of us out here have been saying, yeah, we know there's not going to be any rate cuts because we know inflation is just too freaking crazy right now. But there was this optimism, this unbased optimism where people are like, no, we're going to move. And we're going to move because there's a lot of money going around. And that money's cheap. And venture capital's in the market. And rates are going to go lower. And Middle East conflict is good for crypto and the economies, military industrial complex. And the people that are in power in politics are going to help us. And we're going to get regs in 2024. And like what's going to happen is things are going to move because utility and adoption, it is what it is, right? I mean, seriously, I know that's like a cop-out statement, but it is what it is. And yeah, the halving is celebrating 50% loss in revenue for miners. So it's a lot of miners that are going to go out of business. In fact, a lot of smaller miner operations are going to go out of business. And who do you think is going to buy those miners? Probably the bigger ones, right, that have more cash. So now, not only is Bitcoin centralized because your sailors, your El Salvadors, your U.S. government, maybe a little bit of Chinese and Korean government too, you know, they all own Bitcoin. Sailor's a nuts AF, right? He's got lots of BTC. So now the ownership of this crypto is becoming more centralized. And now the people that are generating it on the block side, the miners, are going to become more centralized because the small ones are going to get squeezed out because in a couple days, the money they make on the same amount of work is going to be cut in half. How many businesses do you know are going to be able to survive with half the revenue with the same amount of work? So that's going to put a lot of pressure on those small-time miners to sell everything as quick as possible, right? Because they're going to need the cash because they're not sitting on as healthy of rewards anymore. So that puts a little pressure in on the old market. Then as we get done with the Bitcoin halving and we see how many months it takes for these miners to kind of go through the reserves, we still got to deal with the fact that inflation is going up and energy is going up, which leads to inflation. Why? Because everything we buy, whether it's Cowboy Patrick or Luis Robert Holiday Tops Sock Suck, you know, it's all shipped to you and it all takes energy, and with energy going up, that means the cost of everything is going to go up, which means inflation goes up, which means when Jerome Powell goes on the mic in like not too long, like a week and some change, which we're going to be having a live stream on. But when Jerome Powell goes on the mic, you know what's going to happen? He's going to say, nah, the data's saying we can't cut rates. And then the market's going to be like, oh, come on, dude. So that's the deal, lemon peel. We're going to have to deal with Jerome Powell's negative comments until rates get better. We're going to have to deal with Middle East conflict because these countries make a lot of money on the price of oil and subsidies and all that kind of stuff. And the military-industrial complex is going to blow stuff up and then rebuild it with your tax dollars. And, you know, there's all that other fun stuff going on. But, hey, that's life. Speaking of life, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Tell me what you're up to. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to read it. Why? Because I have a chill out session for the rest of the day. I already trained early twice, so now I get to chill out the rest of the day. So I'm going to read your comments while I watch my White Sox lose. Yes, the same Yoan Moncada White Sox. Oh, God. Still a fan, though. All right. I'll catch you cool cats later. Cowboy Patrick and I are out of here, punk bitches. Thanks, Patrick.